I want to introduce to you, citizens of San Antonio, Speaker Nancy Pelosi.
Thank you very much, Charlie, for your kind words of welcome, for your wonderful invitation to be back in San Antonio. I'm pleased to join you, Congressman Gonzalez, Congressman Cuellar, and Congressman Rodriguez, to talk about our future, predicated on the health of our children. But since you mentioned my family, I want to mention yours. When I went to Congress 20 years ago, I had the privilege of serving on the Banking Committee, and my leader was Henry Gonzalez. More than anyone in the Congress, and I saw this on a daily basis, more than anyone in the Congress, Chairman Gonzalez, as he was to us, Chairman Henry Gonzalez spoke on behalf of what we pledge each day to the flag: liberty and justice for all. He cared about children. He introduced me to the colonialists, which I'm going to go visit later, and some of the injustices that were rampant in our community. He spoke about economic justice, social justice, the dignity and worth of every person. So when I think of San Antonio, my introduction was the best. Congressman Gonzalez's father, Henry Gonzalez. It's wonderful to see you, Charlie, carrying on the family tradition of public service, the family tradition of fairness, of effectiveness, and for a better America. It's great to be here with you and Congressman Ciro Rodriguez, who serves on the Appropriations Committee, a very important member of Congress, and Congressman Cuellar, who has been just an invaluable resource to all of us. All of them engaged in this, let's hear it for Congressman. All of them engaged in this fight of putting our children first. We all believe that health care is a right, not a privilege, and that our country has to move toward universal, affordable, accessible, quality health care for all. And in this Congress, we are determined that we will take that step to make that health care available to America's children. We want to double the number of children who are covered under S-CHIP. And I think it might interest you to know that 2/3 of those additional children are minority children. It's very important for us to have whatever we're proposing for all of America's children. That's why I was so glad to hear Mrs. Jenkins, Lisa Jenkins, and her son William attest to the quality and necessity of S-CHIP. Nothing could speak more eloquently to that. However, I am pleased to have been here with Kevin Moriarty and Dr. Guerrero. Everybody was lobbying for this legislation, still is. Everybody from the AARP and the AMA to the YMCA and everything alphabetically in between. The Catholic Hospital Association, and I know they're represented here as well. So this is about something that America has built a consensus around. Over 80% of the American people don't even see what the problem is about. Why don't we just pass the bill? And that's what we're here to try to galvanize support, because we will not rest until those 10 million children are covered. I know that you heard earlier from Henry that we have to put our priorities in order. All of the money that we're spending on this war, I mean, our biggest loss, of course, is our precious treasure of our men and women in uniform, and haven't they done a magnificent job for our country? So in this new Congress, what we call the New Direction Congress, we have put our children first, and we have put our veterans up front as well. The biggest increase in health benefits for the veterans in the 77-year history of the Veterans Administration. We appreciate appreciate what they do for our country. But what they go out there to defend is a healthy America that cares for its children. And that's what we hear today. And Henry told you earlier, the President says we can't afford this. 40 days in Iraq, 10 million children in America for 1 year to get health care. Of course we can afford it. If we can afford a war, we can certainly afford to insure our children. Just think of what we can do when we do bring those troops home to invest in the American people. So I thank all of you for showing up today. I know that I see that you represent different organizations and groups. I'm particularly delighted that so many children are here because it's about them. And to be standing up here with these wonderful representatives of delivery of care to children, of policymakers, of all who care and understand what our founders knew, that we all have a responsibility to the future. The children are the future of our country. President Kennedy said it very well. They're our greatest resource, our best hope for the future. And we must take care of them. And in doing so, to throw open the door and signal change that says, this is one step, health care for our veterans is another step, but soon we have to take all of the necessary steps to have health care, affordable, accessible, quality health care for all Americans. So thank you. So thank you for turning out. Thank you for turning out today. Thank you for sending Charlie Gonzalez to the Congress of the United States. Thank you for sending Henry Cuellar to the Congress of the United States. Thank you for sending Sheila Rodriguez to the Congress of the United States. Thank you to the children. Let's hear it for the children. They are Thank you, San Antonio. I can't wait to come back. We have many, shall we say, debates on the future. Starting with the children is appropriate, but I cannot wait till we can continue this conversation. I see more money for children, health care, not warfare, billions for bombs instead of for our children. Thank you for your spirit. Thank you for your enthusiasm. Yes, we will support the troops and bring them home.
Obviously, the speaker needs to be getting across town, and then as she said, she's going to be going to Laredo. She'll be visiting the colonias and appreciating the situation there. There are so many needs in America, but we're never going to be able to meet them without your support. You will have us in your corner, but we need you out there cheering us on, supporting us, and most importantly, showing up on Election Day. To one and all that braved the water, that are here today, to honor our children, and to be reminded of what they truly mean for us. As someone said today, reminded us, that when we support our children, we support ourselves and our own future, because we will be looking to them for their care and their compassion. And we will not deserve it unless today we give them our care and our compassion. Thank you very, very much.